Hello and welcome back. What's not to like? Sun's out, got the guitar out, cup of tea, cheers by the way, and you guys are here. So that must mean it's time for another lesson. Oh yes. So in this lesson we are going to be looking at present tense. This is an awesome tune, and I'm going to go through all of the parts. Complete lesson once more. I'm going to also show you some of the variances that happen live, because there are quite a lot of them actually. Certainly where Mike's tone and chords are concerned, even in the main riff actually. So without further ado, let's just get on with it, shall we? Okay, tone of Mike. Tone of Mike. I've got the old the line 6 out again. This is the MM4 modulation, and I'm using the phaser to get this sound. Clean tone, bridge pickup, I think sounds about right. I think that sounds about right. I've got some reverb on here. He may have some other gubbins going on, but it gives you a flavour of what it sounds like. And he sticks with this for most of the album version, even in the that bit too. Live, he completely abandons the modulation and he goes for a slightly overdriven sound. So I'll give you a spot of that also. Probably a bit less reverb on the live one, but those are the sounds that I will be using for Mike's parts. So I'll also show you Stones. Stones are actually played on acoustic on the album, but rather than having to switch loads of guitars, I'll just show you the parts on an electric. And Eddie's parts are also on an electric. Yeah, 3 parts. I know, crazy stuff, huh? Let's crack on with the first riff. So here's the first riff that Mike plays. Okay, such a good riff. Man, that's good. It's pretty straightforward, so I'll play it slowly. Same again, but with your 3rd finger on the 10th fret on the the D string. When he goes to this next note, you hear a little bit of strummy stuff in there. And basically, you can do that by just holding down your 3rd finger on the 10th fret. Again, this is muted because of the angle of your finger here, but the D string is allowed to ring out. So you can play it like this. Okay, so it's just like incidental stuff. It's not accurately picked or anything, it's just part of the feel that Mike puts into it, so don't worry about it too much, and it's not tab, but hopefully you get the idea. And the next bit is an A chord, so you're going to be playing it like this, or like this. Okay, so but with these chords. Okay, so you're just going to keep these 2 notes played all at the same time. I think Stone plays. Okay, so it's basically an A sus 4th with some extra notes. So here's the sus 4th, and here's it with the notes. And again, there's some more strummy stuff in there, so. Okay, so make sure you get all that feel in there. Okay, before I show you what Stone's playing behind Mike's parts, this is what Mike plays live. So he abandons the modulation, as I say, and he's got some overdrive happening. The first part is the same. This next bit though, rather than playing, he plays this. Which is a completely different chord. He's gone from to. So he's abandoned the sus4. Michael! Don't know if I can go on. I'll run through that in full. Okay, pretty straightforward stuff, but incredibly awesome at the same time. Right, so here's Stone's chords over what Mike's playing. Okay, and then back around. So there's D chord with the octave added. And again, I think he's only playing A to B. I don't think he's doing the full. Don't hear that sound out. And I think there's probably a few too many notes that may muck up what Mike's doing. So the next one is this sort of B with an open G. This one, I think you try and mute this D string, like just with the tip of your first finger. Yeah, I think that's the way you do it. Or you can just play the full chord. Okay? And then in the second verse you'll start to hear him just strum around those chords. So. Okay, then you are into the chorus riff. So Mike on the album is playing. Okay, and you might hear a in there as well. I think that was open E, 6th fret and 9th fret, something like that in there. So Stone's parts in the chorus, he does add the sort of octave, if you like. You can play them like this. Neither of them do that live, but on the album you do hear it, so. So you can do that either way. Mike doesn't. I think Mike's definitely playing the. So that is really simple. It's just the open 3 strings, the low 3, E or D as it is now, A and D. And if you want to really hammer it with your right hand, you should really put your first finger on the 2nd fret. But I think Mike just plays the first 3 strings. So. and then you're going to go from the 5th fret to the 3rd fret, back to the 5th fret, open. Pretty straightforward, right? Goes around that several times and ends on. Live might go straight back into. I think on the album it's kind of implied, but you don't hear it straight away. I think that's how it is on the album. I may be wrong, but it's a subtle difference. You can just go straight back into that riff. So yeah, Stone, if you wanted to do that like he does live, it's... Same riff, just with a bit of distortion. Okay, so at the end of the second chorus, Mike ends on this G. And Eddie starts to play this. Which sounds like another song, doesn't it? More on that another time. So, Mike finishes on this, and the rest of the band are just kind of playing, building up slowly, staying on the same note. So let's look at Eddie's part quickly. Basically, it's just moving 3 chord positions from the 8th fret to the 7th fret to the 5th fret, all on the D string, and he's just playing D, G, and B with this shape. So the G string's open throughout, okay? Plays that round twice. Okay, the second part, and I've put a little bit of overdrive on actually. So the last bit should have sounded like this. Okay, sounds a bit more like him. Then he goes to this part, which is the same chord shape. You're going to start on the 8th fret again, but you're going to go 8, 10, 12, down to 5, with this rhythm, okay? Okay, so he goes around that, I think it's 3 times. The next time he plays half of the first riff, so it's... Then he goes into this. Pete Townsend, anyone? Yes, please. The other guys are playing behind that. I think live, Stone actually plays... If you want to play along to the album and do anything other than Eddie's parts, bear this in mind. While Eddie's playing this, when the drums kick in, Mike starts on the second measure of the verse riff. So he starts on this. And when he goes to that note there, that is when Eddie goes up to the... Okay, so... and the last bit for Mike is... same as before. Okay, so Ed's part. Once the drums are in, it follows the standard pattern. So Mike's playing the... Eddie stays on this. Okay, that again. And then you're going to slide up to the 14th fret. And you can either play here, which I see Eddie do sometimes, or down here. Oh, the bit that Ed changes, actually, I meant to say. So on the album he plays this. Live, I hear him play this. Craziness. I actually prefer it with the open string. Sorry, Eddie. Either way, just make sure you are rocking out at that point. Live, this tune I think takes on a whole new meaning. It's a real beast of a tune live. All right, all done. So that was present tense, all the parts. Hope you enjoyed. One more final thing to say. I just want to give a quick shout out to the awesome Patreon peeps. We've got 12 now. 12! Pretty funky, huh? So I'm just going to shout out your names because I think you're all awesome. So in alphabetical order, we have Andy Erie, Branislav Karnis, Brian Madden, Christopher Gunn, Dave Coulter, Dennis Nittle, Hisashi, Jason Van Lent, Jim Mannix, John Brown, Martin Steiger and Matt B. Thanks very much, guys. I really appreciate it. And you're making the channel better for everyone else. It's like community service. But you've done nothing wrong. Amazing. Only nice things. Anyway, I waffle on. So, coming up next month on Let's Play All, expect some Mike McCready-tasticness. I've been neglecting Mike a little bit. The reason being, I haven't been really neglecting him, but the reason that I've done a load of Stones lessons is because I play Stones parts, so I know all the riffs already. So some of Mike's stuff I need to work out. But also I was in talks with Hal Leonard, and by in talks I mean I asked them and they said no, if I could do my own tablature books and license them, because you have to do that sort of stuff. Yeah, they said no, unfortunately, and I was hoping to be able to do very detailed accurate tabs for all of Mike's parts, because I know a lot of that's missing in some of the currently available stuff. But alas, not to worry. So you can expect to see a load more videos coming your way soon to redress the balance a little bit between Stone and Mike. I think my channel is probably quite Stone heavy. So that's it from me anyway. Until next time. See you later.